Okay, welcome to the last section of this presentation. So this is about how to use these tips and ideas that we've given you to make changes. The effect that all the tips and ideas have depends on what you're able to do. And we know that you're probably thinking about making lots of different changes and lots of different things that might be going on in your life. So there might be limits to how much you can do. So first of all, after watching these webinars, you might be feeling really reassured. You might be thinking, actually, my diet's really good. I don't probably need to worry about this right now. And that's great. That allows you to focus on other areas that might need other bits of more of your attention or might make more of a difference to you. However, if you do feel that maybe after watching this, I would like to change things, or I'd like to be eating a bit more healthily or doing something a little bit more differently, eating more regularly, then it's best to, before you start thinking about making big changes, it's best to sit back and try and understand what you might want to change first, what the biggest things that are most important to you are. There are some tools and ideas in the resource pack that will help you to identify what you might want to change. If you can identify a specific difficulty, just ignore the other advice in this video and focus on the things that are relevant to you. When you identify a change, and you say it out loud to yourself or you write it down somewhere, try to listen to that voice in your head that says, yes, but. So that little voice in your head is what you think or you believe might be challenging about the change you want to make. And listening to it and listening to those difficulties lets you plan ahead. So when those difficulties do crop up, or before they crop up even, you can manage to adjust for them and make your changes work even despite those problems. So an example for that might be if you choose that I want to eat a healthier lunch every day, your yes, but might be the yes, but what if I need to sleep during the day and I miss lunch? So thinking about that yes, but, and just, you could just say, no, I'm planning to eat a healthy lunch every day, and that's what I'm going to do. And if you do need a nap, then you might feel like you've failed and if you're not done very well at your plan. If we listen to that yes but and that says you might need a nap and think, actually, that is true. I do take a nap maybe 3 days a week at lunchtime and miss my lunch. That's why I want to make this change, because I'm missing a meal and I don't feel like it's very good for me. Have a think about, well, could I take a nap at a different time of day? Could I eat before I have a nap? Is there a different way that I can approach this that will take account of, the change that I want to make and the reality that is going on at the moment? So I'm sure you can think of your own examples of what you might want to change, but it might be eating more consistent meals, not skipping meals. It might be about drinking water more consistently. It might be about reducing unhealthy snacks, or it might be about adding different nutritional things into your meals that you're eating. It doesn't have to be an enormous change to make a bit of a difference. Okay. So now you need to think about what action you would take to start that change happening. And it may be just about observing your habits already. So keeping a record of your drinks. It might be about thinking, next time I do the supermarket shop, I'll buy less snacks so we don't have them in the house. Or it might be about looking at recipes or options to think, what would I really like to cook for lunch or make for lunch? What's something that I'd really look forward to and be able to cook for myself? Trying these little changes out and having a bit of success will help you to build on those habits over time. But trying to change everything at once is usually not possible to keep up with it. So these are all new habits we're thinking about, and like water kind of coming down from a mountain and forming a river and taking that path of least resistance, that is kind of how our brains and bodies like to work. They like to work with things that are familiar, things that we do every day, things that are automatic. When we try to change things, there can be some resistance from the brain, wanting to do things the way they always do it. But over time, we can change that path and create a new pathway for the habit and make it as ingrained as the current ones. So that's what we're aiming to do. However, when a habit's new and you're trying to do something for the first time that's unfamiliar and difficult, it can be really easy to back away from that or to drop it. We want to give you the best chance as possible. So use as much support as you can. You know, ask other people to help you, ask people to remind you, leave yourself notes, set yourself timers, use diaries, have everything you want to have for that new habit there staring you in the face so that you can't possibly avoid it. Okay, do as much as you can to set yourself up to succeed with these things, because changing habits is very difficult. Try to overcome that urge to do everything at once. Just tackle one thing at a time. And remember to be forgiving of yourself when things don't go as planned. You know, life is unpredictable. Health conditions are unpredictable. Sometimes there are going to be times when you need to take that easier path. But, you know, coming back to it, returning to the plan, you know, just thinking about, why did that not work out that day? Was there something I could do differently next time to help myself on those occasions? Or do I just need to draw a line under that day and start again? So giving yourself a little bit of grace when you don't manage to do everything as you planned. So that's it really for eating well. I hope these tips and these ideas have been helpful. And you do have a resource pack with some of the tools in here, some of the links that were shared through this presentation, so that you can do a bit further research on your own if you want to, if there are specific problems that you want to look into a bit more. I wish you all the best with making any changes that you do want to change. But goodbye for now from me.